ladies and gentlemen. My name is not Benjamin Shelton. My name is Mike Larkin, and joining me today on this fine edition of Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling, another prediction show, is the one, the only collector, protector, protect your neck, get your mind right, get your grind right. We got to keep going. Shout out to the West Side, Ice Cube, and Crazy Bone, the one, the only Mr. Roberto Davis. How are you, Robert?
I, too, am not Benjamin Shelton.
You two are not Benjamin Shelton. I mean, there's been many different Benjamins out there. I mean, there's Benjamin Button, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, the hit movie with Brad Pitt. But yeah, we both are not Benjamin Shelton.
It's all about the Benjamins, though.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Oh God. Well, that man might be having a lot of Benjamins when he's sitting in that courtroom. What? Anyway, we digress. So here comes the Demoness, come to caress, take your soul, put you in a hole. Demoness. Nico, what's going on, man?
It really does. Hello. Same as last time. Still a little broken. I'm all right. I've got you two. And rocking the new t-shirt, which I'm loving. Alexa Bliss, Isaac, come back, because I'm rocking this now. Demon says so. And also, my name's not Benjamin either.
What?
No, I'm not Benjamin.
Speaking of Benjamins, so for those that don't know what we're talking about, we have a couple news and notes before we get into the 5-match card that is Backlash 2025. We're going to start it off with, let me tell you something, brother. I was hanging and banging with my brother Benjamin Shelton back in the day. Oh, God. So Hulk Hogan.
What's Roy Smith got up to this time?
So Hulk Hogan.
What?
So Hulk Hogan was on the Pat McAfee show. He was on Fox and Friends. He was on all these. He was talking about people he's wrestled with, and one of those people was Benjamin Shelton. And here is that clip and what Shelton Benjamin had to say after that.
Great guys like Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar, they're Benjamin Shelton. There's some really tough guys. Really crazy wrestlers. Like I got Brock Lesnar right after he left the UFC. I got him first. I got Kurt Angle when his eyeballs used to roll back like a shark and he'd come after me. Benjamin Shelton, all these different guys that I've had the opportunity to see adapt to our business.
So Benjamin Shelton replied to this tweet, ladies and gentlemen, who we're referring to, of course, is the one and only Mr. Shelton Benjamin. So Benjamin Shelton.
What's wrong with his face?
So Benjamin Shelton. What's up? All right, well, hold on a second. So Benjamin Shelton would reply to this. Message to Hulk Hogan. You lost me forever with your don't get caught, or as you would call it, apology speech. So rather than screw up my name and pretend we ever had any sort of camaraderie, which we never had, please do me a favor and Will Smith GIF, keep my name out of your fucking mouth. Shelton Benjamin is a real run for that. And that was what Shelton said in response to Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, Ninja. So,
oh, man.
There's so many things to unpack with this. Number one, you never faced Brock Lesnar when he came back to the WWE in 2012. Brock Lesnar's first match when he came back was John Cena. You wrestled Brock Lesnar in 2002 when he was in his first run in WWE, when you put him in the bear hug and blood came out of Hulk Hogan's mouth.
And in 2012, wasn't Hogan in TNA?
It was a TNA! It was a TNA!
When he broke his hip. Well done, Ice and Mike. Thank you.
Ice is an ice. So that too, and also for the fact that, oh my God. So then he talks about wrestling Kurt Angle when his eyes were in the back of his head, brother. He only wrestled Kurt Angle once on pay-per-view in 2002 for King of the Ring and a couple matches in 2005. And him and Shelton Benjamin only had one match, and I was there for that. It was a 6-man tag at Madison Square Garden with Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, and Hulk Hogan as Mr. America. Mr. America is not Hulk Hogan. El Grande Americano is not Chad Gable. The Owen Hart is not Blazer against the world's greatest tag team in the Big Show. And that was when they wrestled the one time. They've never been homies. And for those that want to know about the, the whole thing with the, don't get caught speech, when Hogan had the things about the N-word, if my daughter was dating a rich N-word, he apologized to backstage, but he said, oh, brother, don't ever get caught, though, brother. Don't let them hear you saying that stuff. That's not an apology. That's the fact that don't let him get caught because, when I grew up, we were just saying the N-word to everybody. He's my brother. Hey, N-word, how you doing? In the 50s, Hulk. Oh, God, he sucks. Robert.
He's a racist motherfucker.
Robert,
Sorry. Go on.
you want to comment on Hulk Hogan and his boy Benjamin Shelton?
Oh man, the standard of excellence. Really,
we hurt people.
we hurt people. He earned his name there. Like I mean, I think Shelton, Benjamin Shelton, he said it best. Just keep your name out, keep my name out your fucking mouth. Like, come on, dude. Like, he's talking out of the side of his neck. Like, we can't fact check this shit.
Right.
We can fact check all of this.
We can fact check all of it.
And prove it's all bullshit. This is just as bad as like he was going to be the bass player from Metallica, apparently. Like,
who the fuck came up with that stupid idea?
Because he's an asshole. No, he's having these things. He's like fucking Billy Jack Haynes, but not murdering his wife. Sorry. But the fact of the matter is, too, all right. I watched The Dark Side of the Ring. This man literally said...
I watched it too. I know what you're talking about.
This man literally said, my wife got so bad that I put a gun to her head and it was a mercy killing. What? You shot your wife in the head and you call that a mercy killing? What? Oh, God, I hate these people.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
God damn it. Nicola,
he's a racist fuck.
Okay, I was going to
say... That's it. Simple as. We didn't all grow up saying that shit. I don't give a fuck. You get beaten if you said that shit.
Well, he was...
Especially we're everywhere, but we literally, you so much as mentioned that word, you would get a slap in any shape or form, but that's because I like everyone and don't give a shit and all that stuff. So, fuck off. You know what I mean? But he's just a prick who is not relevant anymore, so he's trying to make himself relevant. And why did his face look so fucked up in that whole interview?
Oh, all right.
That last bit, it was like zoomed in on his big nose, and it was like, for fuck's sake, Coke, put the cocaine down.
There's a reason for that. So we're gonna play the video. These men are literally one in their early 70s, one in their late 60s. Ladies and gentlemen, Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff have teamed up for Real American.
Oh, fuck they do.
And they're doing a video like it's the NWO, like it's not 1996 and 1997 anymore. And by the way, when that happened, that was actually cool. Now it's just like it's two old men in a video. Oh, we're gonna play that next because God damn it, Hulk Hogan just can't stop, and it's disgusting.
Hulk Hogan,
we coming for you. All right,
this is the same man that covers himself in fake tan. Just saying.
So he has the beard like it's the NWO in the late 90s with the black. You notice that now? He's going back to the whole Hollywood Hogan look from the 90s now with the fucking beard.
What's the Fed called? Real American
Freestyle Wrestling.
Freestyle Wrestling?
RAF. Imagine if it
was
one. Imagine if it was Real American Wrestling and it was Raw. Oh, God, that would have been great. Fuck. All right, so here's the announcement from Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff. Who was the third man? We found out the third man. Here we go.
Who's the third man?
It's time, Hulk.
Yeah.
I double dare you. We've been telling you about our third man, and today is the day. 9-time state high school champion, the coach of 8 UFC champions. This man knows it all, has done it all, and I can't wait.
You know, we told you we were strapped. We told you we were jacked. Boomba. But when I said,
oh my God, shut up.
I mean, we're ready to roll, bro. We're backed up after backed up. Here's a couple for the weekend, brother. What do you call this thing here? The monster, the master of disaster, the man that rules the world of wrestling. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy.
You've seen what these two have done before. We got the cash, we got the talent, and we got real American freestyle wrestling.
And we got our third man, Jack. You know, people are going to tremble. People are going to get scared because Eric
scared of two cripples and an idiot.
Knows how to beat everybody. Izzy Mania is going to run wild on the whole world of wrestling. And now that we've stepped our game up and we're now in the world of professional freestyle wrestling, All I have to say is welcome to the black and blue. Welcome to the black and blue of freestyle professional wrestling. You're going to get paid to beat people up. You're going to get paid to win. You're going to get paid to make them scream. So roll out the red carpet. I don't want super. I want mega stars. So I have to say, what you gonna do
When real American freestyle comes for you.
Yeah.
Who thought this was a good idea? Like, for the love of God. I mean, I know they got Olympians now. I know one name I did notice is Kennedy Blades, who is an Olympian, very good collegiate wrestler. She's 21 years of age. She has promise, but yes, Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff are running a freestyle wrestling company with this guy who is a coach and has worked with people in the UFC, whatnot. I get that. That's awesome. But why in the hell do you think that this is going to be relevant in 2025? For real. Like, and I mean, it's great to have there's a market, there's an audience for everything, but who wants to see something that Hulk Hogan is the commissioner of and Eric Bischoff is creative and all this? I mean, did we not learn anything from TNA in 2010? Like, let's be completely honest with ourselves here. So, Robert, you want to comment on real American freestyle wrestling? Dude? The rubber hits the road, brother.
Good Lord. I mean, I think the only legit person in that whole promo was Izzy. Like, what? I mean, we can probably sit here and shit on this for the rest of the show, and by all means, I don't think anybody has an hour and a half to listen to us shit on this because we can, but we won't. But we won't.
Well,
good Lord. I mean, best of luck. Not really, but yeah, I guess let's see what happens.
Nicola, you want to comment on that, brother?
Well, we've got a coffin dodger standing there, calling everyone Jack and telling them how. Seriously, mate, they both of them, all of them. It looked like an old man's outing, and he's screaming about dropping. The only answer I got for that is this:
I'm just saying, it's not 1996.
Fuck my fucking dick.
Number 2 with some stank on it. It's like friggin', it's not 1996 or 1997 anymore. Like, it's over. The NWO is not a thing anymore. The friggin' black and white.
Sorry.
All right, we're gonna move on because I'm gonna get even more heated if we keep talking about this. So we're gonna move on to someone else that we got heated by, and there was a heated exchange on Twitter that we're gonna get to. But first, from the land of W, Mercedes Monday.
Oh, the sausage baiter. What's she want now?
So she has started a texting service on her website, mercedesmonday.com.
Could you imagine me taking her? Suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick.
I will put that as 5 because you said that 3 times. So we'll make that already in a row.
That's 5.
In a row.
Because if they would be funny, though.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you mentioned that because it says, let's be text buddies. And here's an example of it. Hi, Mercedes. Is Snoop Dogg really your cousin? When did you talk to him last? Answer. He is. I saw him in New York City. We had dinner and talked fam. Hi, Mercedes. What are you doing today? I went my dog trainer trying to potty train Bugs Bunny. Mercedes, were you really hurt in your match with Momo? 100%. Her kicks bruised my throat and I couldn't speak for 2 days. My super fans have always been my super friends. Now, like friends, they can text me directly and privately. I'm so excited to finally be able to connect with the fans this way. Sign up and text me now, Mercedes. For just $99.99 a month, exclusive one-on-one, personal, and private. So for $100 a month, you could be texting an AI bot or Mercedes assistant for the fans. CEO.
Fuck right off.
CEO. Robert, you want to talk about being her texting buddy? Go ahead, Roberto. $100 a month. Come on, Robert.
No, absolutely fucking not. I mean, you couldn't pay me to text this woman for $100, and I'm sure she is a delightful lady outside of her character and what she does and what she portrays. But for $100 a month,
get
the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here.
Forget about it. Nicola, you want to talk about being Mercedes' text buddy and having some English breakfast with her? Go ahead, Nicola. Your thoughts.
Oh, you can fuck right off. No, not a chance. $100. I'd say that to get myself to the States. I'd rather do that. Just throwing that out there. So no, and if I did, I wouldn't pay that. I'd just spam her all day if I did. Like I said, it'd be suck my dick. Learn what a fucking English breakfast is. You are a twat. But no, like you said, she's probably a lovely person out of all of that stuff. But no, hell fucking no. I'd rather taste hell. But then again, I don't have to. I just click my fingers and I'm there, so it's all good. Fuck it. I know.
Boy. So that
It would be dumb enough to do that, though. Oh, hey, Mercedes, how are you?
dumb
What are you doing? What the
Hey,
fuck?
I wonder how many. I wonder how many D pics.
Oh,
You just read my mind. I was literally about to say that. He literally just. He does that sometimes.
people are going to do that, and people are also going to be beefing because, well,
They're going
Ricochet.
to send dick pics too. You know that, right? I just give me dick pics. Give me dick pics as well.
I got some sausage for you, Mercedes. There you go. No,
Don't beat it.
Oh, you want this bloat sausage, man?
what's this blood sausage? Oh God. See,
Shove that black pudding right up your bum.
borderline.
Black pudding in the bum. Good Lord.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Informer, you know, said I was in when I was play lick your boom boom now. Quote Snow, Informer.
I know that stuff. What the hell am I doing?
Man.
Whoa!
Dude,
All right,
what we
so
doing now?
snow aside, things got very snowy and very much oof over here. It went from snow from cold to hot because Javon Evans and Ricochet were beefing on Twitter.
Oh,
So, as we talk about this, here is the exchange between Javon Evans and Ricochet. So, what had happened was Ricochet was responding to a fan, as you can see here in this first screenshot. He wrote, I'd squash him because he was like, Javon Evans. This fan was like, Javon Evans is the best wrestler going right now. Young OG, really hyping him up because Javon Evans, very talented young man in the world of NXT. Ricochet having some fun with this, as you can see here. He goes, I'd squash him. And well, it turned into a whole thing where Javon Evans says, my bad, I just got done training at the Performance Center under Shawn Michaels, something that you don't have or do, but I bet your brown egghead ass would squash me if Tony told you to. Much love, OG. Hashtag the young OG. Hashtag Tupac of this generation. Tupacalypse now, don't stop for hoes, I get around. And then Ricochet responded with brother. I was learning from Shawn Michaels when he was like 12. That went on to become multiple-time champion. Let me know when you win one, little boy. And yeah, if Tony asked me, I'd definitely beat your ass. And then, after that, Javon Evans would respond with, you learned from HBK when I was 12 and became a multiple-time champion. Now you're wrestling in front of 2,000 people every week for a crackhead. Ah, fuck you, Javon Evans. I'm a cokehead, not a crackhead. Ah. Talk about an upgrade, am I right? Hashtag the young OG. And then Javon Evans responds back with, sounds like Mr. Khan isn't giving you enough attention. So you had to come for a successful-ass youngin, 100. You giving me the most views on my post, and I'm finally helping you get the most attention you ever had in your career. All love. And then since that, Javon Evans has deleted that tweet exchange because Shawn Michaels probably looked at him and said, what are you doing, Javon? And somebody from WWE said, take that shit down. What? Can somebody train these people on media? Gracious, they got hot real quick.
Woo!
I like both of these gentlemen. I really do. I think they're both very good in their respective talents. I make fun of Ricochet with the but you cannot deny the talent.
I make fun of him for many other reasons as well, but
That
I'm
too.
going to stop doing that now because that was actually fucking hilarious.
So Robert, you want to talk about your thoughts on Javon Evans and Ricochet and that whole exchange from today?
Well, I mean, that would have been great if they were working in the same fucking company, but they're not. But they're not.
No.
I mean, I like Ricochet. I like Javon Evans. Both amazing athletes in what they do, respectively. But holy shit, it escalated. It escalated quick, very quick. Props to the young OG though for standing up for himself, even though Ricochet was probably tweeting in character. I know a lot of people can't tell the difference, but why he was tweeting in character about somebody from another company, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he's just fucking bored for the day. I don't know. But it was very entertaining. But
That's ignoring. That's why.
yeah. I mean, even though, you know, he's bald, I'm bald too. Why you bald? Why are you ugly? Yeah, it was a nice little entertaining bit. So good on them both.
So, Nicola McDonald, your thoughts on the young OG Kuh and Ricochet going at it today?
I thought it's hilarious. It's funny the way they were interacting. But obviously, we do compare Ricochet to someone, but like you said, what's the reasoning behind it? Are they trying to do beef online, or are they eventually going to end up? Well, then that won't happen because obviously AEW and WWE do not switch and slide. So yeah, no, I don't understand it why, but it sounded funny all the same.
Can we have Tony Khan tweet after this, after he just got called a crackhead by a WWE wrestler?
I just like how you're responsible. He's not a crackhead, he's a cokehead. Get it right.
Cokehead, not crackhead. Oh.
There we go.
Hunter, give Giovanni's phone back.
He must love watching this show, you know that if he does. He's got one of us ready to sink his yacht every 5 minutes. And he used to doing the, I'll pay you.
All right, as we stand back here, first one of the show. To the yacht! All righty. Now, with that being said, we move on.
I didn't hit my head this time.
Thank God. Thank God.
What an idiot. That time we did it, and I went, oh, you heard his leg go, ow!
I kept that in for the last show.
Nicola fell off the yacht.
Nicola fell off it, sunk it, and sunk with it.
Oh, boy. So the next story that we have before we get into our predictions, it's about our boy. So during a Q&A session, Bill Apter shared that WWE has kept the door open for Braun Strowman's return. He noted the departure wasn't bitter, and Strowman would be open to a short-term comeback if contacted in 6 months or a year. Strowman was mainly released due to his high salary, which WWE felt wasn't justified based on his usage. And then we find out, which I didn't know about, that Braun Strowman's leg is 15% paralyzed, and in a recent interview with a recent interview with Bill Apter, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and a very well-renowned journalist, he said, I think that this time around they never envisioned him as a full-time long storytelling player, Apter said. I don't want to use the term filler, but just a good hand to have around to get the excitement going and maybe put some guys over, which he did, but nothing that they were planning on for a long period, and I don't know if he actually wanted to be a part of this for long periods of time, which good for him. If they're going to use him and it could just be whenever and he could get a nice little deal that way, I'm for it because Braun Strowman is such a great hand.
100%. I mean, he was always very entertaining. I mean, he's not an in-ring technician, obviously, but, you know, he did what he needed to do, and he did it well. It was always very entertaining. Everything from, you know, Get These Hands to the, you know, the Strowman Express to, you know, his work with the Wyatt family. And hopefully his work with the Wyatt Six, because we all know good and goddamn well he needs to be a part of that. So hopefully that he is at some point.
Nicola, your thoughts on these recent news of Braun Strowman?
You couldn't already tell.
You're happy that he'll be back, hopefully.
Of course I am. Like Rob just said, he's been a big part of a lot of it, but I didn't know he was paralysed down his leg or fifth, whatever it was you just said.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. I'm glad he's still going to be in the background, but like Rob said, he's got to be a part of the White. We've said this for ages. If Alexa was going in and such a Braun, but then again, they have to come back first.
Well,
I'd love to wait 6, but hurry up and come back. Thank you.
Well, to quote Road Warrior Hawk, we have an interview, as you can see on the screen, with the lovely Miss Scarlett Bordeaux. So this is from WWE Deutschland. There was an interview where Scarlett just revealed that there were plans for Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt versus Scarlett and Carrier Cross years ago, and this is what Scarlett had to say on WWE Deutschland.
Who would you love to face inside of a WWE ring? I would like to see you against Alexa Bliss, he writes.
Oh, I would love that. The answer is still what I said before, Dom Mysterio. But hell yeah, I'll wrestle Alexa. Oh my God, yes. But but it kind of breaks my heart when I hear that, because I feel like it was supposed to happen with Bray Wyatt and Alexa versus me and Cross. That was something that was discussed years ago. So when I hear her name, I just know that match was talked about, and I feel like it would have happened by now. But I'm definitely still open to it in the future.
It gives me goosebumps thinking about who would.
Wow.
We almost got it. We almost
Wow.
that close.
It doesn't, I mean, you could do it again if it happened with, say, Uncle Howdy and Nikki or Uncle Howdy and Alexa. So it's not totally out of the works, I guess. But again, Nicola's getting anger management when it comes to the White Six, I swear to God.
Where you at, Uncle?
Where you at, Uncle? I mean, he is the only one dependent. That being carrying.
Uncle Howdy, where are you all? Come back. Go kill Cross. Or kill someone in Raw. I don't care who it is. Or
Well, they're on SmackDown,
go
so
kill Bomb. Sorry, SmackDown. That's how long we haven't seen them for. My brain is switching off from all that, and I'm supposed to still. No, I'm not. I'm lying because I'm sitting there wearing this and getting daggers from my own demonic friend over there, which you can fuck right off right now.
Well, I will say this: someone who can really fuck right off. The last bit of news, that goddamn Jonathan Coachman. Oh boy! So the coach did a panel. No. As you know, he has the Coach and Bro show with Vince Russo. Bro, here's what we're gonna do. So the coach had some things to say that were not nice. So everybody has been beefing on him because he did a panel, and here's various people. One of them is a podcaster by the name of Gabby Laspisa. He was talking about Bayley, and Coach pretty much said that Bayley, she's washed. She's done. She's boring. Who cares about Bayley anymore? So here it's Jonathan Coachman ripping Bayley, not to be confused with Cope.
Bayley is done. She's washed up. She's boring.
I disagree with
She's
you.
nothing.
I disagree. You know, you fucking piece of shit.
What does she bring to the table? What does Bayley? If you dropped Bayley off the roster today, what would we lose?
You could say that about a lot of people.
Veteran experience.
I didn't ask about a lot of people.
Yeah.
I asked about Bayley. I also agree with the Jeezer. He says she's been boring since day freaking one. See, there are certain superstars. And when I was in the WWE for 13 years, there would be certain people, and she'd be one of them, that you'd walk around backstage going, how in the world is she winning the Royal Rumble? Or how in the world is he doing that? To me, I've never, and I think she's a very sweet person, but there's a lot of sweet people. But I just don't think she's ever sold a ticket. Like, ever sold a ticket.
Have you?
Any rivalry that she's ever done.
Okay, Jonathan Coachman, 2015 call. Bayley versus Sasha Banks, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. NXT TakeOver, the 30-minute Iron Woman match. This woman was the first ever women's tag team champion with Sasha Banks. The Boss and Hug connection. Part of the 4 horsewomen of NXT. Friggin' Bayley and Io Shirai last year. One of the great stories that led to her winning the women's championship last year at WrestleMania. And the face turn from when the Damage Control can turn. Everything that she has done from revitalizing. I can't even talk as he's pissing me off. Revitalizing and rejuvenating that friggin' heel turn when she hit the inflatable tube men and turned into the role model and everything that went in there because it was a character switch. It was a change. It was Bayley as a heel and that hot run that she had during the pandemic era. Bayley has experience, much like Robert said. She was a locker room leader during her tenure in NXT. She's helped so many people. She's helped bring people together, and she's helped agent a lot of the girls in NXT. So I don't want to hear that, you think that she is washed, because she's not. There's a lot of levels of experience to this, coach. And because you're still stuck in the Vince McMahon mindset bubble that you're in, doesn't mean that everybody feels the same way. Much like Gabby disagreed with you on there, much like many people disagree. The woman's not boring. She comes from a hugger gimmick that transitioned to the role model gimmick to what we have now. The woman still gets a big pop everywhere she goes. And I'm going to stop ranting now because Robert, go.
See, because there's levels to this shit, like Mike just said, and Bayley's checked the boxes every single time. From the hugger gimmick to everything now and everything in between. Damage Control is probably one of the longest tenured female factions in, I I want to say
years.
ever. I can't think of another female faction that has withstood the test of time this long as it has. It's unfortunate it's kind of gone the way it is, with Dakota Kai being released and Kyrie and Asuka being injured. But Bayley is somebody useful. If she fell off the roster today, all that veteran experience is gone. A lot of these ladies coming up in NXT, and a lot of them that have come up from NXT, I'm sure look up to Bayley and are getting a lot of pearls from her on what it takes to survive in this industry. So get the fuck out of here with all that.
I'll mention another release talent, Sonya Deville. When she was in NXT during her early runs before she came up to the WWE roster, her and Bayley were tight. She's even said she's learned a lot from Bayley. Like, again, you have so many veterans here. And, Coach, just because you don't like her and you think she's boring doesn't mean everybody thinks she's boring. You work with a co-host in Vince Russo who thinks that Io Shirai is boring and is not a draw. Hello. Like the pops that Io gets and what we just saw at WrestleMania, what she brings to the table of the women's division, how vital she is. These are the same people that think friggin' Io Shirai and Bayley are not a draw. And with that being said, I'll move over to Nicola McDonald. Your thoughts on what Jonathan Coachman, the coach, had to say about Bayley?
Okay, I have one thing to say. I mean, there's a lot of things to say, but who the fuck is the coach? Because I know exactly who Bayley is. Big time. I have no fucking clue who this motherfucker is who's shouting his mouth off saying Bayley got. So this is my comparison. I know who Bayley is. I ain't got a clue who this motherfucker is. So Bayley's winning already, so you can suck my dick, you piece of shit. Whatever. We gave up now.
So
like you said, Bayley's been. I don't really care who the fuck he is. He messed with Bayley, simple as. So he can fuck off. But she's talented, charisma. She's got so much to give. She's gone against some of the greats. So who's this prick? Has he won any titles ever? Just asking.
Well, the coach was an announcer for WWE. Was he? I wouldn't consider him one of the greatest announcers. No, he was okay. When he came back in 2018, oh god, that run went nowhere. I mean, he's mostly been noted for ESPN, really, right, Robert? Yeah.
All right, but my point again is, has he ever won a title? Because Bailey's won loads. No. You motherfucker have not. So get back in your box, shut the fuck up, and carry on doing what you do best, which is spouting shit and talking about dicks.
Very nuts. Very nice. Yeah. No, the coach is just again. I look at someone like him, and I look at some of the old timers now that do podcasters like this. It's very much the Vince McMahon mindset. He worked with Vince McMahon. This is the same guy who said that. Oh, I hate the 2 nights of WrestleMania. I hate the 2 nights of WrestleMania just because the fact that when I was there, all of it. Yes, so we can all sit there for 7 hours again and just friggin' be tired out of our minds and just sit through nonstop things instead of spreading it out 2 nights, which everybody loves now. Yes, why would we want to do that when we can just sit there for 7 hours and friggin' just be friggin' exhausted out of our minds? Okay, sure.
And there's a reason he's a podcaster. Now I'm not even relevant.
So with that being said, let's get to the Backlash. We ranted, we raved, we let it out. It's good. So now we have some stuff to say about this card. As we do know, Logan Paul and Jey Uso will not be on this card. I believe they're going to save that for Money in the Bank. Logan Paul knocked out Jey Uso after Raw again this past Monday. Had a great match with Jey Uso and Seth Rollins. That CM Punk returned and laid out Seth Rollins. They're building to CM Punk. I know. They're setting up CM Punk and Roman against Seth Rollins and that boy Braun Breaker. So with the dog in him. So this past week we saw that. Then Logan Paul knocked him out. I'm going to say this right now, and I don't think it's going to happen. But if you really want to piss people off, because the three of us will be pissed, and we are people. We don't hurt people, but we are people. If Logan Paul,
I do.
Okay, you do. If Logan Paul wins this goddamn title in Los Angeles, I will be so pissed. My mom literally said, if he wins that title, I'm stopping watching wrestling. My mama literally put the foot down. She was like, if he wins, I will stop watching wrestling.
And I 100% believe her.
He's not the only one. I do the same fucking. Actually, no, I do one better. I would literally go and drown his ass myself.
Oh man, it took so much to get us back to watching WWE. Hunter, do not
put the belt on Logan Paul.
Why the fuck would you build Jay up for so fucking long, then give it to that trash bag?
Because he sells.
Seriously.
Because he's the followers and the social media, and he's a good heel, and he's a top.
Yeah, hang on. No, he buys his followers. Fuck right off. Everyone knows that people can do that shit. So get fucked. There's no way he's buying all of his followers.
Oh, come on.
And the only reason they all go on that show is because they think, how else are we going to get rid of this fucking dickhead? Why do we give a fuck about what he's doing? And Prime Pizza, dude, seriously, your drink's disgusting. Fuck off.
Viral moments.
Viral moments. That's what. Carry across the shoot promo makes so much sense now. It literally, he's right on everything he said. Oh.
I hate Logan Paul so much.
Man in the truck, go fuck yourself.
Well,
he can't win without his little sidekicks giving him shit and cheating. So
business manager
Jeff,
that motherfucking Jeff.
That Jeff.
That fucking Jeff.
My name because you've got someone. Fucking Jeff, right? Hey Jeff.
Not that. Again, not the Jeff that we like. Not.
We know. No. Yeah, can we talk about that as well?
What?
The whole fucking airport shit again.
Oh, right.
Nicola wants to rant about this shit.
Oh boy. So the Hardy Boys were at the airport. We'll put that up. But one thing I will actually say, one final thing I will say about the Low Gang and Logan Paul.
Logan's gonna die. Simple as.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand what you're trying to do. But the problem is nobody wants to see this mofo with the title. And first of all, it's too soon. Number two, he's not going to lose. He's not beating Jey Uso because Jey Uso just got that motherfucking title. And if you put it on him right now, it makes no fucking sense. You have to give Jey a nice little lengthy reign to where we get to lose. If he loses it to Seth Rollins, I'm fine with it. Okay, fine. No problem.
I'm not fine with that either.
If he loses to Logan Paul, I got a big fucking problem.
I know. If he loses to Big Low, we've all got problems. That'll be the only time you see me come to the States without even trying. Just to come and bury his off.
Since Nicola brought this to our attention, we will talk about Matt Hardy, then we will get into Backlash. So Matt Hardy put this on his Twitter. Just learned someone called at the Carolina Cockroach. At the Carolina Cockroach from TikTok posted these videos of Jeff and I arriving back at Raleigh following a red-eye connection flight from LA. Now, folks, if you're not familiar with red eyes, they go from late into the night into the early morning, and you're getting in at fucking like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. I know because I have taken a red eye from Las Vegas back to Myrtle Beach, and I was home at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was exhausted. My dad and I were exhausted when we came back from Vegas. It is not a fun plane ride if you've ever taken a red eye. Robert, can you attest to that?
I can confirm. I 28 hours straight once. And
boom, there you go.
Hope I never do it again.
So at this point in time, we'd been awake for 28 hours straight, consisting of working out, being at the venue at noon, wrestling a hard 26-minute match, standing and signing autographs for 3 hours, rushing to the airport and taking 2 overnight flights to get back home. For any TikTok users, what exactly does at the Carolina Cockroach post and why? So here are the videos in question. So literally just video of Matt and Jeff walking through the airport. Just walking through the airport.
Walking through the airport.
So yeah, that is the latest ongoings in professional wrestling. Jesus H. Christ. So let's move on to the next part of this fine program.
Fucking TikTokers and fans, just no.
And I don't mean to say pain, but God Almighty, that I can't. I simply can't. I apologize. But forgive me, Lord. But Lord Almighty, what are we doing, people? Leave the wrestlers alone at the airport.
You know what, right? That's what gets me the most is the fact that they do meets and greets for a reason. If they're in an airport, leave them the fuck alone. Let them just get from A to B. Because if you're fucking interfering and they're going to go A to Z, just let them go home. They probably, like you said, they've been up all night, they've been traveling, they've been wrestling, they've been training. Leave them the fuck alone. If you want to say hello to them, go to meet and greets. Just don't fucking harass them on the street or go to the doors or all that shit. Just leave them alone. They do stuff to entertain us. Not for you fuckers to go, oh, we're going to follow you through an airport. Look what I'm doing. Seriously, fuck off. You bunch of fucking knobheads.
Rob, do you
Oh,
want to
sorry, that rate's been in my head for 2 days. He's just showed me that. I'm just sitting there going, fucking rate.
Rob, you want to comment on the airport dick lickers?
Yeah, I mean, I think Nicola said it best, especially when she emphasized knobheads, because that's exactly what they are. Like, leave them the fuck alone. I'm trying to go home. Fuck.
They want to see their families. I don't understand. They're talking to you about, oh, I'm your biggest fan. Come to me at an event. Don't fucking leave me alone. No.
If you're polite.
No, don't ever say that. Obviously, to your fans, don't do that.
Well, Ricochet might, but I mean,
so, he's got a reason. He's adopted. Dad probably told him to do it.
Oh God. Here's the thing. If you're respectful, I can understand. But the problem is a lot of them just want to get their merch signed and just sell it on eBay. That's the problem. If you're actually genuine and nice, I can understand. But most of them just come there and figure out their flights, go to the fucking gate so they can get their action figures and merchandise and shit signed so they can sell it on eBay. It's like, fuckers, there's a meet and greet for that. Dumbasses.
So the other point is as well, we're us real wrestling fans. If I saw a wrestler in like anywhere, I would not make a beeline to go and talk to them. I'd be like, okay, you're over there. I wouldn't even say hello because I respect them so much. Leave them alone. If they want to, but that's also because I'd probably walk up to them and say something stupid and then tell me to suck my dick or something. Because
it's the same thing. Like, I remember seeing when TNA was at West Bear, Long Island, I saw JB, Jeremy Borash. Like, the man was just trying to leave and, like, go to his car. And I'm like, I'm not going to fucking run up to JB and ask for a picture like these idiots were. Like, fucking let the man leave. Let him get to his car. Like, stop.
You know what else gets me? When I'm in restaurants as well and stuff like that, and then people are like, oh, like I've met a few people, but not wrestler-wise, but it's always been like, I'll be the one in the background. So, like, people false over to him, and I'll just be like the one over there going, interesting, and I'll just fuck off elsewhere.
No, we had
unless you're going to nick my fucking shoes. But anyway, we're not going into that story.
We had a similar thing at Maxwell's in Islip where I grew up with Steve and I were talking about it. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
ICP.
Not ICP.
Not ICP. So Steve and I were talking about it. It's like E. Remember E from Entourage, the dude who was on Entourage? Mm-hmm. E. He is a Long Islander, and he was there because he was at the Islander game, and he was out there. He went over to Maxwell's in East Islip where we grew up, and people were mobbing the dude. And there was pictures of him on like social media of like a lot of people in our town taking photos, and he legit had this look on his face like, I just want to have a meal. I just want to have a drink. Can y'all like get the fuck away from me, please?
Do you think if I was walking down the street and Will Ospreay walked past me, I'd walk up to him? No, I'd be like,
Silverbank, bro.
I'd shout him across with my fucking crutches. Then I'd sit back. But I would not make a beeline because at the end of the day, they're human. Just like we are.
I can see it now. Oh, he will. Suck my dick.
Boy. Dude, as soon as I saw Will and MJF on Dynamite this week and that thing, I immediately thought to myself, bang! And the dirt is gone.
But that's what I mean. I'm using that as an example. I would not ever, mate. If I saw them, I'd just be like, okay, they're over there. And I'd walk off and be like, fuck it, carry on my day. Not one of them fans, they're like, oh my God, sign me, sign my teddy. No. Get the fuck away.
To quote the great Comp Man, it's coming out of your check, you fucking mark. So with that being said, moving up to the match. It's 5 matches in total for this fine program. Look, we're going to start with this matchup because I think we know who the decisive winner is going to be. For the short amount of time that they've had with this, Pat McAfee is sticking up for his boy Michael Cole. He said he's loyal, and he took that shot at Gunther and paid for it with the sleeper. He cut the promo on Raw talking about, hey, while you were waltering around, you know, this has been your dream. It's been my dream too. We have that in common. But for you, this has become work. You know, you did it with Sami Zayn. You did it with Jey Uso, and you're going to do it with me. You're going to overlook me. And he pretty much said to Gunther's face, you're soft. And Walter was like, I will choke every single breath out of your body, and I'm focused and lasered in on you come Saturday. And I was like, fuck it, let's go. But I'm like, Pat, you just unlocked the beast, and the beast will service. So with the first matchup of the evening, we'll discuss and predict. Pat McAfee goes one-on-one with that boy Gunther, the ring general, and y'all people really, really, really need to stop going like, oh, he's an announcer in the Terpenter. I'm like, are you forgetting the fact that Pat McAfee could actually wrestle? Yeah. Like he's actually like really good. The matches without him. Yeah, like he can wrestle. Like stop with the whole freaking like a derp. He's an announcer. He wrestles. And God, they just sound like idiots. But yeah,
because these dorks probably didn't watch NXT.
much like the dorks, like you'll hear next week when the Karrion Kross episode comes out. Cheap plug. Is the fact that you only Karrion Kross in TNA, so you don't fucking know about this. So if you'd watched him in NXT against Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era, you would actually flip and know. If you saw him against Austin Theory and Baron Corbin, you'd flip and know. But with that being said, Gunther's gonna win, and for the love of God, they're teasing for Gunther and Goldberg. Goldberg's final match. If
Not just Goldberg, Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg, as Bret Hart would so comically say in WCW, if they have Gunther absolutely choke the living life out of Pat McAfee, and I hear that goddamn music after that, and Goldberg comes down if Goldberg comes down and spears Gunther, and that is our match at either Money in the Bank at SummerSlam, Gunther better squash him like a bug when it comes to that match. And then that's it for Bill. Bill, you're done. Congratulations. Here's your final match. Now fuck off. Literally, that should be it. But with that being said, since it is his first match back since the loss to Jey Uso at WrestleMania, I'm going with the Ring General Gunther, but Pat McAfee is going to put up a hell of a fight. Robert Davis, Gunther, Pat McAfee.
Yeah, Gunther basically said, does Gunther have to choke a bitch?
Yeah, he went Wayne Brady on him.
And he sure the fuck did. And that's what I expect him to do. Like you said, I think it's going to be a fantastic match because Pat can wrestle. If you watch NXT, you'd fucking know. And if you don't know, now you know. So, yeah, Gunther. And unfortunately, Bill Goldberg is going to come out. And Bill Goldberg is going to, probably hit his head on a door and say, you're next.
The fact that Bret Hart still hasn't forgiven him after 26 years is still the greatest thing in the world to me. Just because Bret is just so
sure, I'd be going to Saudi and making $2 million a check, but Bill Goldberg ended my career.
Bret has no fucks to give, and it's amazing. And also the fact that he said, fuck Hulk Hogan, Bret, you have earned even more of my respect after that good stuff. So with that being said, Nicola, as we just talked about Bill Goldberg, who is your pick in the match between Gunther and Pat McAfee?
Not Bill Goldberg.
Not Bill Goldberg.
No, he's going to be in the crowd. That is my prediction. He's going to be in the crowd. You ain't going to hear him come running down that ramp like a Looney Tune. You're going to see him jump a barrier and he's going to come and be, so I hope he doesn't appear, but he will. I want Pat to win, but obviously I'm not stupid enough to think that Gunther's going to not annihilate him. But I'm going to go with Pat just to be the fucking oddball and fuck you, Gunther. There we go.
Well, I understand because, yeet.
Yeet, man. Yeet. Fucking yeet.
Okay, fair enough. If you're going to go, oh, God, watch. I swear to God, if she gets that right, and all of us are thinking good, and then somehow Pat sneaks out, I'm going to laugh my ass off.
It has happened a couple of times where I predict something you both go for fuck's sake.
Well, I got to give a shout out to Mama Lark because one of our earliest NXT prediction shows, when we were predicting Samoa Joe and Nakamura for the NXT title. Mind you, we just started watching this, and I'm thinking, no, Nakamura's not going to win it this quick. And sure enough, the one that she beats me on, fucking Nakamura wins the NXT title, and she was rubbing in my face. He's like, you said he wasn't going to win. I'm like, I was wrong. Mama Lark.
See, I never do that. I never do that to you two if I've been right about something. There's no point because I'm going to be wrong the rest of the fucking time.
That's Mama Lark for you, and I love you, Mom. But yes, that's good times. Good times. But yeah, Gunther.
Hi to my mum because we ain't done this properly for ages.
Hi.
Hey, Mama. Bang. Oh, we mentioned him earlier.
We did. We mentioned him earlier in the show, but yeah. Let's go to this next one, man, because we got to talk about it. Dominic Mysterio versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship, a rematch from when Dominic beat Penta due to the help of JD McDonough, the returning JD McDonough. And then friggin' Penta beats JD McDonough because, there was interference. And El Grande Americano, not Chad Gable. Chad Gable got involved. And, I think there's Gracias. And I think they're setting up something where there's only one person that Penta trusts, and you know who it is. So if we get the Lucha Brothers against Chad Gable and the American Made, I'm all for it, whatever. But I also think that there's something more to continue with there. I would love to see Penta win the Intercontinental Championship. But since Dominic just got it, and I think we're on the road to Dominic versus Finn, and Finn better mollywop that boy when we get there. I got to go with Dominic to retain because shenanigans, maybe from that El Grande Americano, who, by the way, is not Chad Gable. So, Robert, gracias. So, Robert, are you going with Dominic to retain or Cero Miedo Penta?
Man, I love Penta. Penta's great. But I think, like you said, Dom just got it. And it's the weirdest fucking thing. Like, people are cheering him, and he's a face, and everybody loves him now, and his fucking mustache and mullet. And it's weird.
I prefer Finn, not gonna lie.
It's weird. I even legit think that he thinks it's weird because he's so used to people booing the ever loving hell out of him, and they're not. They're cheering him.
Mm-hmm.
But Dominic is fucking winning at life right now. I mean, how many people can say they have a wife and a girlfriend? And be Intercontinental Champion and beat three of probably the most prominent names in WWE right now in Finn Balor, Braun Breaker, and Penta. Like, I mean, dude's pulling W's left and right. So I think he takes this one.
Nicola, are you going with Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, or Penta for the Intercontinental Championship?
I did read the other day Liv's leaving because she's going to go be in a Hollywood in a movie or something.
That's right.
Yep.
That is right.
Yeah, see, how the fuck do I know this? Because I'm not at work right now. So I'm doing anyway, I'll be used to on that. I think it's going to lead to Finn versus Dom. So, but I love I'm going to be odd. Penta. Just for the sake of it, Penta.
All right. I like your style. And also, I would like to say the fact that he won with the Mexican Destroyer this week on Raw. Excelente. Oh. Now,
that was a good match.
We are going to another. All that's left are championship matches. Like I said, we already got 2 out of the 5, so now we're going to go to the next championship match, and it is a fatal 4-way match for the United States Championship, as Robert just did the Penta strut, which I thought was very nice, my friend. Got to give you kudos. Yeah. As Jacob Fatu defends LA against LA Knight. Yeah. Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre for the U.S. Championship. So here's my thing. First of all, and we say this every single episode, y'all got to stop on the IWC with the hate for Damian Priest. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why y'all got a fucking problem, but don't stop hating on Damian Priest. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, what did he fucking do to you? Why do you hate him?
So it's the same with Jey Uso.
You fucking dorks.
Damn it.
What the? Leave the Priest alone. Leave Damian like fucking hell. What?
You know what it's like?
It's punk or someone, but it's not. What the hell?
You know what it's like? It's like the Ring of Honor fans were like, oh, God, that Punishment Martinez, he's never going to be anything. Why the hell is he even on the roster? Yeah, look at him now. Look at him now.
Look at him now.
What is a fucking nigga? Oh, I know what's going to happen in this match. I can predict 2 things already.
So, all right. I'm going to say Jacob Fatu retains. As we saw on SmackDown, Nick Aldis, a.k.a. Magnus, was talking with Solo and Jacob Fatu, and he pretty much, Solo's like, hey, why are you trying to screw Jacob? And he's like, no, Solo, I'm not. You are. So we're starting the dissension even more with Jacob and Solo. But in this particular scenario, we have LA Knight, who I think it's too early, for him to get the title back. Damian Priest and Drew are still beefing. So if I'm going to make a guess, and since he just got it at WrestleMania, Jacob Fatu retains. He's going to dog walk your ass. All gas, no brakes. You know what I mean? So with that being said, we'll start with Nico on this. Know what I mean? Are you going with Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, or Damian Priest?
Right, so obviously I'm a huge fan of Damian Priest, but right now, this whole match is going to be Damian and Drew beating the shit out of each other non-stop, not even focusing on Fatu and the other 2. So at the end of the day, he's going to retain. That them 2 are going to fight each other, and it's just going to be them 2. So yeah, I'm predicting Fatu because them 2 are going to be too busy still beating the crap out of each other. Even though, please let it die now. The whole Priest Drew thing. No, over it now.
All right.
Do something else.
Robert, what are your sentiments on Jacob, Drew, LA Knight, and Damian? Go.
It's going to be a pretty solid match. I think this has a lot of potential to even be match of the night. But as far as the match goes, and I said it 2 weeks ago when Jacob got the title, or 3 weeks ago, a month ago, a year ago. I forget.
Who am I here again?
Yeah, who? What?
What?
His werewolf mask was so cool.
Yes.
Only because it was done by the same one who made the Fiend's mask, so that's why I'm like, sorry. Anyway, my bad. Sorry.
Jacob Fatu retains. What?
I'm a dog walk your ass. I gotta say,
What?
I gotta say the best interpretation I could say of Jacob Fatu and Solo right now with how they're acting. I'm gonna make a West Side reference here, Robert Davis. I'm taking it back to '96. All Eyes on Me, Death Row Records. It ain't nothing but a gangsta party. Two Americans wanted. West Side.
I can't do that one. You mentioned that one.
What, Tupac and Snoop?
Oh no, yeah. You mentioned them too. Legend still.
Priest and McIntyre, don't they need a U.S. title win to be Grand Slam champs?
I think so. Yeah, because none of them, they both haven't. No, wait, Damian Priest has been the U.S. champ.
Yeah, he has been the U.S. champ. So it's just
Drew has not. So
it's just Drew.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Huh.
God. It's going to go for years.
Things that make you go,
But yeah, all gas, no brakes.
Dog.
Yeah, I mean.
See, you do it better than me. I can't do it like that.
Well,
I don't have to, you know what I mean?
West Coast guy.
Do me a favor. So with that being said, it's my little right back to you. So moving on to the next match for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Lyra Valkyria defends against Becky Lynch. Yeah. So let's put it to this in the forefront here. So Becky wins the title, the tag titles with her at WrestleMania. Then they lose it. And then Becky absolutely mollywops the crap out of her. And he said, the reason why I did is because you're recycles and Bayley's trash, but you're still as bad. So she's guilty by association. And Becky Lynch said to Bayley, you bitch! Because the fact that Lyra Valkyria is associated with that bitch. And then Lyra owned her on the mic saying, you've never held the women's intercontinental title. I've wrestled more times than you've actually been here. Oh my God, she went at her. And it was a great brawl and exchange these last 2 weeks. And Lyra's beating her for the NXT Women's Championship. There's a part of me that really does not want to see Becky Lynch win this Women's Intercontinental Championship. And I love Becky Lynch, but fuck no. I'm going to go Lyra Valkyria just because. Woo! Lyra, Women's Intercontinental title. Retention. Who you going, Robert?
I'm going with Lyra as well.
You two can fight me.
I guess Becky got wind of this whole Becky Hogan thing, and while she did keep it in character, there was one thing that did stick out that she said after everything she's done for this business, you compare her to the scummiest person on the planet.
Yep.
That was great.
That's great.
Loved it. But I do like Lyra a lot, so hopefully she retains, and they actually give her a chance to run and do something with this title, because it feels like after she won the title, she was just being an afterthought.
Well, that's the other thing is people like, Lyra Valkyria. I'm like, well, have you seen the NXT and NXT UK run? Because like this girl can really, really go.
Yeah.
But I'm saying fucking watch it. And number two, the best thing out of that Becky thing on Raw recap, she goes, Bayley's so confused that she's probably texting her best friend for $100. And I'm like, the fact that she threw shade. That's
no.
She did it. It was fantastic.
Fuck.
Oh my goodness gracious. Becky Lynch is a menace.
Good Lord. I can't even be mad at that.
I cannot either, but yeah. So Robert and I are going Team Lyra. All right, so you're going to be apparently mad. We're going to be mad with you. Go ahead, Nicola. Becky.
I'm going with Becky just because she's just come back and obviously she's doing what she's doing. I do like that. Don't compare me to the biggest scumbag in the world. That was brilliant. It's not wrong either. Yeah, I'm down with Becky. Fuck it. I have to be odd. Remember, there's always a black sheep in the family. That's me. In this little family. And she's a man. Come on. You'll go with the man.
This is true. But ladies and gentlemen, here is the infamous clip from the Raw recap.
Bayley is so confused about this. She's probably paying $100 a month to her best friend to text her.
The best is she tried not to laugh at the end.
And there, right there, is why I'm going with Becky.
That was great.
Oh my goodness gracious. But yeah, this whole card is going to be very solid. And I mean, these matches that we're talking about have great build and everything. Now, this build, this main event, we're already at the main event, by the way. So the main event of this fine show, 20 plus years in the making. I was there for their first ever main event match one-on-one at SummerSlam 2007. Probably was the only damn good match on the card. Have these guys had great matches over the years? They've been Has it been an infamous rivalry? Yes. Do we love the nostalgia of this? Yes. Do we love the role reversals? Yes. But the main event from his hometown of St. Louis, Missouri, John Cena defends the WWE World's Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton, the undisputed WWE Championship, that is. John Cena's the heel. Randy Orton's the babyface. The fact that Randy Orton said, "How dare you speak to me because you want to erase my family's legacy?" Randy, you tried to blow the man up on pay-per-view. You punted the man's father in the head. You RKO'd the man's father. Like, you did some horrible shit to people over the years. Not just John Cena, but I thought that was funny. I don't see Randy winning this. Am I happy because it's nostalgia and a lot of people want to see this? Yes, because if this is John Cena's final run, we need a Randy Orton match in here. We're going to get it. Do I want to see a role reversal of, say, Cowboy Bob Orton being in the crowd and John Cena punches Cowboy Bob Orton in the face after what Randy did to his father? Sure, but then again, I don't want to see a 70-plus-year-old Cowboy Bob Orton taking a bump. That's not what I would want to see. Can we see so many throwbacks to what we saw in the past? Sure, too, but I think in this scenario, watching Randy Orton RKO John Cena and John Cena say, "Shit!" before he takes the bump was hilarious. It's going to be a John Cena victory here. And John Cena is going to retain that undisputed WWE Championship. I want Randy to punt him. I really, really do. But I think there's going to be more to this story. And we're going to get more of the John Cena train, chugga, 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 choo, choo, going on to the end of the year. So with that face right there, and I'm looking at you, I'm seeing at you, Miss Nicola McDonald. I'm going to let you start first on this one. John Cena versus Randy Orton, RKO. Who you going with for the undisputed WWE Championship?
See, I want to go with Randy because, there's no other reason. I think it'd be cool. But then, as you two just said, he's on his last run, and so he's not going to lose the title just yet, especially not to Randy, even though it would be the ideal person for him to actually lose it to. I swear to God, it better not be Punk in the end. That he loses that shit too. I swear to fucking God. Wow. Sorry, no disrespect to the Lord's name, whatever, but hang on, I can't say that. I'm demonic. Never mind. Curse me again. Yeah, I've not found that in the universe, but yeah, it's going to be Cena that wins, but I really want Randy too. But if that does happen, you both can kill me. But there's some cheesy suggestions here and Punk and fucking John Cena. No way.
So, Roberto, that 6-year-old just gave me the finger. Real
funny.
So, Robert,
I'm John Cena, this is for you. We're not 6-year-olds, so.
So, Cena or Orton, it's not 2009, I swear. Cena or Orton, go ahead, Rob.
Oh, it's something. The nostalgia factor obviously plays a big deal here, but I'm gonna go for Cena. I like the dynamic of the fact that the role reversal is the biggest thing for me. The fact that Cena is the heel now and Randy Orton is the face. They're in Randy Orton's hometown. We know how WWE feels about people winning in their hometowns. That just doesn't happen. But for the fact that both of these guys are in here after 20 plus years, still doing some really cool stuff. Especially Randy Orton. He built like a brick shit house. He looks great shape. Even Cena, with his hair transplant. That apparently he says we punked him into getting.
That was so great. That was so.
Awesome. Did he still give the walls out naked?
No.
That never happened, did it? According to him, it's like, hello, it's everywhere, mate. You appeared and the walls showed naked. Wonder why.
Oh boy.
We love you, Cena.
Hopefully no baby oil was involved. But
oh God, that name should be burnt. No fucking Diddy, mate.
Yeah. Nice try, Diddy. But Cena definitely going. Cena's the winner. We gotta keep the Cena train going.
chugga, 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 choo, choo. To quote the great Quad City DJs, and y'all can dance with me on this because y'all know what I'm going with this. We're going to take it back to the 90s. Y'all ready? Here we go. Come on, ride the train and ride it, choo, choo. Come on, ride the train. It's the choo, choo train. What? Yes.
What?
So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Backlash predictions. I told you, a short one, 5 matches, and one final topic that we didn't touch upon. That girl, June 2nd, it's coming. I know everybody wanted it. Everybody was seeking it. That damn girl, Cora Jade, she's gonna be on OnlyFans. And yeah, as far as that goes, Cora Jade also made the news this week because it was Dave Meltzer. Clean your fucking office, Dave. Dave Meltzer reported that the reason why a lot of these releases happened were due to age and salary. And essentially the cuts are being made. A lot has to do with guys and women getting up in age, and they're looking at people who they're not going to use well compared to their salary going forward. And oh boy, did Cora Jade and Priscilla Kelly have some things to say about this? Here's what Priscilla Kelly had to say. When I wasn't traveling to work for either of the two companies I was working for, I trained very hard 3 to 4 days a week, bumping my ass off and doing cardio drills with one of the best, toughest coaches I worked with. I worked out every single day with live events every other weekend. So, yeah, I don't want to hear this LOA. The way my body feels says otherwise. And then Cora Jade had to get involved in this. And to be completely honest with you, here was the former Cora Jade, Elena Black's response. This, plus can't forget having to go to my own gym outside of work after strength and conditioning that wasn't doing anything for me other than get me body shamed by my bosses, coworkers, and fans. Crazy. Now, do I think that Cora Jade was body shamed? Okay. Well, we don't know, but I'm going to say this. When you're in the business of appearance and aesthetic that comes with it, are they flat out saying, yo, baby, you fat? No, I don't think that is exactly what is coming out. This is not friggin' like friggin' what the hell was his name? Friggin' Lee Fitting or whatever the hell his name was from ESPN talking about, God damn, this is not friggin' Lee Fitting back in ESPN. This is a case of, hey, maybe you could do this just to, I'm going to sound like my dad, and Dad, I love you, but I'm turning into you, and I love and hate it at the same time. So Papa Larky, I'm going to start sounding like my dad with this. It goes by performance basis, and when they're in meetings, people talk about people and who they think they should go and who should stay. It's a normal thing in the corporate world. So I'm guessing they thought and they saw Cora Jade, and they're like, she, they didn't really need it. As I said, you have the Julia role now for where Cora Jade was at Roxanne Perez, so they probably just figured, hey, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. I don't think there was any body shaming. Again, don't know. But I highly doubt that with how Cora Jade looked, because she is not a bad-looking young lady. She's not out of shape. But I look at it like this. I don't see that. I can't see that. This is not like, and you mentioned it, and I'm going to go here, and I'll say it first and foremost. No, Diddy. This is not like on Making the Band. And no, I'm not talking about the cheesecake. I'm talking about episodes before this. When he's looking at the Making the Band crew, and he's telling friggin' all of them to lose weight. I think you need some Botox. I think you need something over there. How about we're going to fix you up a little bit with your face? This is not like that. And here's the thing. What was worse about I know. The worst part about that is you could say, oh, but it's the music business and the aesthetic and everything. Yes, but you don't have to be like, you're fat, lose weight. Maybe we could do this. There's ways of wording it so it doesn't sound shameful.
Not in that world, it's not. They do it.
Exactly.
They don't think about it. It's like, well, you're this, you're that.
Exactly. But I'm
There's
saying,
the man who's rocking in jail right now. He's body shaming people. What a fucking idiot.
that's what I'm saying. Again, and this is where I go back to people where they're like, oh, Triple H with the bad WrestleMania. Oh, that we should have Vince McMahon back. No. We really should have Vince McMahon back. No. Because if you want to talk about somebody body shaming, Vince McMahon. Stop it. Stop it. Literally, no. We don't want Vinnie Mac. We don't want John Laurinaitis. We don't want any of the old crew back. Okay? No. This is the thing. With what we have now. So go ahead. Do you think she was body shaming Roberto? What are your thoughts and claims on this? What are you thinking, man?
Cora Jade, Elena Black, not my most favorite person in the world.
Throw it up, Robert.
As far as her being body shamed, I don't know.
We don't know.
This whole thing kind of it has a punk stench to it right now because she's been saying, oh, I've got a lot to say, when the time is right, I'm gonna do some talking. I'm just like,
oh boy.
What? Why?
What?
Just don't. Just move on. If you need to talk about it, that's fine. I guess talk about it. But as far as her being body shamed, I'm with you. I don't see that.
Again, performance by performance basis, and I'm turning into my father. But I look at it like this: you almost made me spit up my water. It's got that punk stench to it, not just any kind of stench, but that punk stench to it. I mean, hey, she cried when she met him at that UFC. You saw it in the documentary, Roberto. That girl cried.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, and more power to her. But it's just I don't. As far as her being getting into OnlyFans, hey, go get your bag, go make your money.
What's she selling her parts?
Well, I mean, when Shotzi Blackheart sold her poo, I mean, come on,
yeah,
we have that. So you know what
happened. People still got bathwater for some reason. They're all like, "Oh, you really? Why?"
But it's not like Cora Jade's making inflammatory tweets about Thea Hale's new boyfriend. Still, yeah,
yeah. It's not like she's not saying, how's my PUSSY taste like Cora Jade did on freaking Instagram and Twitter.
Oh yeah, for that, yeah.
And I'm gonna say this right now, and this will probably piss off the Cora Jade fans and the generation of Jade here. If I was to choose between Thea Hale and Cora Jade as far as talent goes, I'm picking Thea Hale.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking Thea Hale. I'm sorry. Like that girl has improved from the Chase U, the character that she had of that being that nut, that always revved up girl, to where she is now. Woo! She has transitioned very nicely coming out from Chase U. I gotta say, my goodness. So we'll go to Nikolon here. OnlyFans. I'm talking about body shaming. I'm talking everything that goes into the punk stench. #punk stench for what Roberto just said right there. What are your thoughts on Cora Jade and this whole debauchery?
All right. Well, I'm not a fan of hers either, so there's no surprise there. So she can fuck right off anyway. But no one should be body shamed, no matter who it is, even if no one should, because there's no need for it. We're all fucking individual, we're all different. So I don't believe for 1 second that someone body shamed her. But as far as like I said, is she going to be selling her farts? Is she going to be selling her toenails? Is she going to be on all fours acting like a dog? Because apparently that's what people do for OnlyFans. Apparently. I don't know this before. I haven't got OnlyFans. I never would. Just saying. Don't need to. I'm a demon. I say too much shit. I don't need that.
Somebody put Juvenile in the background. Walking like a dog. Yeah, girl, you look good once you back that thing up.
Bang up.
Why are people dumb enough to pay for this shit?
Well, Mandy Rose is doing very well for herself with her, and WWE's like, hey, you might want to stop doing that. And then she's like, no, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it.
No. To be fair, they do earn a lot of money. I only know this because I've seen things that say about people who have got OnlyFans, and it's just like, what the fuck? You can earn that amount for just selling a toenail. Is there something wrong with you? Why do you want those toenails?
I'm just saying, some people are freaky like that. Have you seen the people I interviewed? I digress. But I'm only kidding. It's a joke, people. Well, jokes aside,
we make a lot of jokes on this.
We do.
Show.
And here's the thing. Like when Robert and I were making fun of, we were joking about, oh, she met Punk and she cried. We're joking. I think that's great that she met her hero. We're talking about her now, not when she was like a teenager. Okay, we're talking about her now. She's a grown-ass woman. We can talk about her now. She's a grown-ass woman. So, yeah. Bitch, to quote Okada. Bitch. So, last thing, as far as you...
Why does Amir say bitch so much more funnier? Why does he say bitch?
Kevin Knight, have a good night, bitch.
Oh, yeah, just give a shout-out to the Kingpin. Mad love, black hearts, respect, all that stuff.
Shout out to the Kingpin and his bathwater. So with that being said,
oh yeah, no, Jason bathwater. What the hell?
Hi, Doc.
Hi, Doc.
Hey, Doc.
All right.
I spoke to him earlier, but hi, what was I saying?
Robert, I'm gonna make a reference here to Callie. He's like to Amir. We're like Shaquille O'Neal. What's up, Doc? Can we rock? Yes, I want the Shaq route. Shaq Diesel, baby.
Shaq Diesel, baby.
Now, final thing, Alberto Del Rio. Y'all gotta stop because we released all these people and Alberto Del Rio, he signed with WWE. Oh my God. First of all, with any acquisition,
Let me
you
tell you something,
acquire-
bitch.
you acquire a contract. He's not signed with the WWE. Okay, he's with AAA. He's not signed with the WWE. They acquired his contract, but he's not signed with WWE. And I doubt that they use him because of what happened. I doubt you'll ever see Alberto Del Rio on WWE. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I
No,
highly.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. No one wants to see that fucker on TV. No
Yeah,
way.
nobody wants
Fuck
to see
off.
it. I highly doubt it. But here's the thing. Do we not remember when WWF purchased WCW and Vince McMahon literally fired Jeff Jarrett live on WWF Monday Night
Oh, that
Raw?
was funny shit.
He said
That was funny.
JEFFJARRETTURGONE gone. Literally on live television, he fired Jeff Jarrett. So stop.
Can I do it now?
So with that being said, y'all take a chill pill, step back from that ledge, my friend, and listen to some Third Eye Blind, and just do what you do because, by God, take a fucking chill pill, people. Just take a fucking chill pill. And what you should take is all this audio and video goodness in because we got more deep into the heart of wrestling coming for you. Drink it in, man, when Chris Jericho actually was good. So with that being said,
He's not good.
gold dust. So with that being said, our next prediction show is actually going to be a double predictions. Yes, a double dosage of predictions because NXT Battleground and AEW Double or Nothing are on the same night. So we are going to be predicting NXT Battleground and AEW Double or Nothing. So on one hand, on NXT Battleground, we have 3 matches announced. Obafemi defending against that young go-hard Miles Bourne, who is partially deaf. Let's go, Miles. No quarter catch crew, baby. Let's go, Miles.
Make your dad Randall Orton proud.
Make Randy Orton proud, Miles. We got that girl Stephanie Vaquer defending the NXT Women's Championship against Jordan Grace. Whoop, whoop. Thick Mama Pump, baby. And then the other one. For the first time in history, we're making history. Joe Hendry defends the TNA World Heavyweight Championship against What Trick Williams. The first time on an NXT event that the TNA World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. So we're making history. And then on AEW Double or Nothing, 2 matches announced so far. The Owen Hart finals, and it is Will Ospreay, bruv, against Hangman Adam Page and his cowboy shit. And on the women's side of things, for the love of God, come on, Jamie Hayter, even though I know I am having a far-out chance on this. Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Monday. And the
Jamie. Come on, Jamie. Beat the crap out of the sausage beater.
Looking like Daphne from Scooby-Doo looking ass.
She does, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, hey, Daphne.
Yeah. It works.
It works. But yes, that is what we have coming up, as well as our watch along of Jeff Hardy versus Brock Lesnar at Backlash 2002. So with that being said, Roberto Toto, you have updated the socials. We have a lot going on. Promote yourself. The floor is yours, sir.
So if you like what you heard today, and we hope you like what you heard today, because we like doing what this is, linktree/BlackHeartsEVD3. You get a link to my YouTube page where you find all of our episodes, our Instagram, our Facebook, our Blue Sky. We are now on Blue Sky. That link will be in the link tree as well. Go follow us. Tell your friends. Everybody dies. I think that's her line. But yeah, so follow us. Yeah. So to promote myself, no, you know what? I'm not going to promote myself, not just yet, at least. So over on the Max Wrestling YouTube, which we are all a part of, you got Kicking It with the TSK, our other show that I do with my brothers DC, Mo, and the OG Harold. We just released an episode. WrestleMania review. It is up live now over there. You can check that out at linktree/KITEW TSK1. You follow us there. So now I'll promote myself. Linktree/Hey, I'm Rob. You can find all of my social media there. Instagram, Facebook, not Twitter because fuck you, Elon. Blue Sky, YouTube. We're getting back into some music things. We got some guitar covers coming up. We hopefully by the time this airs, I will have 2 more covers up. We're looking at a Rage Against the Machine cover and possibly something a little bit different. We're looking at a Daniel Caesar cover, maybe another Kendrick cover. Well, so we'll see what the flavors dictate.
Are you going to be recording that cover in A minor? So with that being said, Nicola McDonald, where can we follow you on the social media platforms, man?
Everybody does. Just because we say so. And the Demoness says so. Yeah, as well said. Where can you find me? You don't want to. No, I'm joking. Well, no, you don't. Nicola Mac 853, even though we don't have Twitter anymore, so that one doesn't exist, so never mind. My Instagram, Demoness there, the Demoness's account, or mine, which Michael put down there, because I still haven't learned it, because too much going on in the brain right now, especially this time of night anyway. Day. Yeah, other than that, go over to Max. The Demoness isn't doing anything as of right now because she's, I think, taking a break. But yeah, Chris Reed's still dying, but we released him, and the Kingpin should have annihilated him. Oh no, he did. My bad. Sorry.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh, and by the way, everybody dies. Black hearts rule.
Beautiful.
Before you close us out, Mike, I just happened to do a little scrolling.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, there's no new matches, but because we've got this Karrion Kross show that we did because we promoted him so heavily, because this is our guy, and we've been telling everybody that this is our guy for the longest fucking time.
Yes.
Karrion Kross String Them Up t-shirt is now the #1 best-selling t-shirt on the WWE shop.
Suck it, haters! Suck it, haters! Right fucking here! Suck it, haters!
To all you haters on Cross, you prove you all wrong again. Suck my dick.
10.
Yeah, but that one was worth it. That one was worth it.
100%.
You know it. Yay, Cross. I'd love to you, dude.
I'm actually very happy because the last time I saw that, he was #3. The fact that you brought that up now, I'm very happy about that. When you outdo John Cena and Randy Orton, come on now, man.
It's not hard to do. I mean, come on. Cross is like up there. Orton's been there, Cena's been there, but Cross is now rising up. Fuck yes. Get in there, Cross.
Well, we'll say that, but I will say this: the fact that he lost to Dragon Lee on main event was a crime. Let's just put that into the forefront. I saw that match; it was really good. I know I don't want to put on a downer, but the fact that he is as a #1, he should push him. You fuckers, put that on a t-shirt. Boom.
Seriously, that's my next
fuckers.
That's my next t-shirt I'm gonna buy. Honestly, now I've gone through this one's. Now it's time to get one of the crosses. That's my next investment after this one.
All right.
Well. If I can ever get fucking t-shirts from the WWE, because I have to do it for Amazon because they suck when it comes to the UK.
Oh, I'm literally crying. I'm not gonna lie. That got me. Push him, you fuckers, and oh god. All right. So with that being said, you can subscribe to the S&M Network shows for this fine program, Deep into the Heart of Wrestling. Our Karrion Kross episode will be out next week. And we have a lot to come. Unleashed is coming back with Daniel and I. We will be taking a look back at the Hi, Dan. We will be taking a look back at the biggest mixed opportunities in professional wrestling. You can check out the weekly review with myself, Paul, and Dan. On this latest edition, Dan openly said while we were touching upon the reviews, he was 3 monsters in and 3 and 4 jacks in. So Daniel Crimmins, my goodness gracious, I'm here for you. And with also that being said, you can check out the Stephen Mike Show. You can check out the Pop Culture History Podcast. And you can check out On the Mic with Mike and the LFC Podcast and so much more. I noticed she's frozen as soon as you were doing that. So that, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I can't even do it with Nicola Frozen. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, SM Show 1 MCL 92. and Larkin MB, Larkin _92 on Instagram. And just we'll see you in the next episode. For Robert Davis, Nicola McDonald has left the building. She has gone to the yacht. Let's just deep into the heart of wrestling. We'll see you in the next episode. I'm off.